highlights how important this matchup is right here. And tripping for us, a familiar face on the pitch right now.
Yes.
Opbomb is out here for Aspyre. I don't know how many times, what, 16, 17? It feels like we've casted them before.
Yeah, it really has. If for those of you who may not know, Visionary One and I have done a lot of casting for high school Rocket League, and Opbomb has been one of those high school Rocket League players who has been very, very talented and has certainly shown their worth on the pitch. And they're going up against two players on the other side who are currently in the collegiate Rocket League scene. So you're seeing a little bit of high school versus collegiate. Some of those players, you know, trying to make that next step really into their Rocket League careers. It's Trix, Luigi, and Benji who are in for IR8. On the other side, it's Opbomb, Shadowflay, and Mikey. 30 seconds in, no goals yet, and Shadowflay making a save off the crossbar.
Yep, Luigi going to play this one over the top. A little bit of that corner ball going back and forth. Good boost steal by Luigi as well, but Opbomb going to cut that one off quickly as this is down the pitch. No boost left to their name, but it's going to be a double commit. It's going to be a shot by Shadowflay, and he's staring down the barrel of an open net, and they're not going to miss that one. Shadowflay gets Aspyre on the board first.
Hey, you know, as good as a defender as the open net is, Shadowflay is not worried whatsoever about securing that goal. They go up 1-0 here, does Aspyre Entertainment. They win the kickoff as well. Luigi gets bumped off. Mike with a great read. It's a little bit wide, however, and Trix will doink this one right back down midfield. Shadowflay will cut it off. Here comes Mikey and Luigi. This one will go hard off the backboard. Trix is there yet again to settle down, and really Aspyre Visionary is putting on a whole lot of pressure. Opbomb going top shelf from the red Fennec only finds the corner of the post.
That one was so close too. Benji off the ceiling here, getting bumped off of the ball, and Shadowflay is going to be able to play that off the hood of Mikey. No boost to continue. A little bit of a team bump as well, going to take Opbomb off the ball. Mikey is not in the best position on the back wall there, trying to take care of that, but Benji going to play this over the top, looking for the flip. They have it, but the double commit, the double ego challenge coming out from Aspyre. They're absolutely removing Benji from the ball, not giving that space available as Mikey cuts down another save, and right now Aspyre kind of on the back foot, but they do have the 1-goal lead.
It's going to be Shadowflay looking to bring this one out of their own end. They will not be able to do it. Luigi will find the backboard, and a Mikey who is in absolute fish mode, but does get a great bump on Benji to turn it around for Luigi, who has control, finds Trix, looking for the pinch, and it's Shadowflay reading that one perfectly, knocks that one down. A big demo there at midfield. Here's Luigi now, up the side wall, challenged by Opbomb, coming right back down for Trix, who will boom it out. They'll find Benji, a solid passing play here from IR8 Esports. They've definitely got the comms, they definitely have the connection. The only thing that they are missing is the goal.
Yeah, they certainly are. Is Opbomb here right now going to get beat out by Trix. Shadowflay going to do a good job of just getting that one away. Benji getting demoed for their effort of just trying to be there on the ball. Mikey's going to catch this one. Trix gets it past one. Opbomb with the control on the sidewall, looking to win the 50. Not going to get it through Luigi. It's going to be a shot on net, and it's in. You said they had everything so far. The pressure was building. 5 shots on net compared to the 2 for Aspyre. They get one here and tie up the game.
A perfect dunk from Luigi and a great shot from Benji as well to combine for the first goal of the series here for IR8 Esports. They tie it up just inside of halftime. They win the kickoff as well. Trying to bring this one back to their own half is Benji. Opbomb will not be able to make the touch, and Benji will bring it out. Has Luigi to their right. They'll flick it to him. It is a wide open net for Luigi. Benji can't catch up to secure the goal. Luigi will take that one with a 2-1 lead now for IR8.
Yeah, you know what? When you look to your left and you look to the right and there's not a defender in sight, you guessed it, it's going to be a goal. So, I mean, they did a great job right there, IR8, of just beating out the defense, capitalizing on that super aggressive play from Aspyre, able to get another one on the board. But here's Mikey looking for a touch, going to find it. Luigi can't make it, and there's another open net, and we're going to have a tie game once again.
Okay, well, you know, if we're just going to go back and forth like this, you know, with a great pass there, Luigi just can't make the touch, then I guess we'll just have to think about what happened in the last series and for how long that one decided to go. 2:12 on the clock, 2-2 game. Mikey hits this one to the opposite corner. Luigi will collect. They'll go underneath Opbomb. They still have some control. Shadowflay will get there for the 50. Trix with a perfect read on the right wall. It leaks out in front of the net. Opbomb going to get demoed here, but Shadowflay will come from behind and at least buy a little bit of space. Now Mikey taking over at midfield. They're bumped off the play as well. And just just the physicality at the moment that we're seeing from IR8, I really do think is the difference maker.
It certainly is. It's just boost steals galore. It is keeping pressure. Shadowflay actually up on this one. Doesn't have enough boost to get back to it. Is Luigi going to drop that down? But you make a solid point there, Tripp. And the boost steals are really what's allowing them to kind of lock Aspyre into their own half. Of course, we're seeing this ball go the other way right now. Tricks, no boost, sticking on top of this one. Gets it through one. Opbomb kind of gets an awkward touch in front of the net. Mikey has the read, but it's going to go right on the top of Luigi's car. And Shadowflay is going to be able to stay on this and take a 50 and get a pitch down the pitch. And this one's going to be in the middle. Shadowflay going for the demo, but there's nobody there for the pass. Opbomb just a little bit too far behind. And you hate to see the mistake on the positioning. And Shadowflay has to bail out the whole team once again as third in rotation, able to at least keep the ball out of the net for now.
A little bit too speedy on that play. We were under 60 seconds left to go. Look at that hinge. It'll end up off the crossbar. However, that one was just about a huge difference maker. Instead, it will just lead to a possession here. It's Opbomb who will get things started. A nice flip in front of the net. Mikey was already up. They'll go long past it. Benji will play to the left-hand side. Has to find Luigi, who does not have any boost whatsoever to work with. 50'd by Opbomb, and now Trix will go the other way. Mikey retreating back, looking to collect some boost. Booming it into the corner. 30 seconds left to go. Benji will cut this one off, drop it down, and both teams, I think, Visionary, kind of looking like they're playing for overtime. Neither is really getting all that aggressive on either side of the pitch.
I can't say I blame them. That kickoff reset could be beneficial to both teams, of course, as Mikey's going to be there for this. Down in front, Luigi's going to be able to clear that one off the backboard. And Opbomb opting not to turn on this one, going to play shadow defense here against the defender. Does a great job of getting this one down. Gets a dunk as well. Shadowflay got a demo on the backside. It's still up, but it's going to be played behind Mikey. This is going to be extremely awkward. Now, precarious position right now for Aspyre. Are they going to be able to get this one down? Tricks with the air dribble, going to be off target. We have overtime.
All right, well, we'll see if this one goes all the way to 8 minutes, just like the last one did. It's Trix to start this one off. Mikey with a great 50, a big boom on target. Benji will come in and make the big save there for IR8 to keep Aspyre right where they are. There's Luigi now to the right-hand side. Trix right behind it. Mikey's touch, going free. Benji collects. Shadow plays at midfield. Here's Mikey to help out. Back to Trix, just trading possessions between the two teams. Trix on the flip reset, gets the pass, still has control, looking for one pass. Opbomb will not find it quite yet.
Yeah, but that's going to be a pass to the center. A rocket by Luigi. He slots it near post, and it's going to be IR8 Esports taking game number one off the beautiful 50 from Benji to get this to the midfield, and the slot by Luigi.
You know, just when I think there's not going to be an opportunity for a quick goal like that, we see the pinch, we see it leak out right to midfield, and we see a simple goal right from midfield. The big win there by IR8 Esports to just get themselves started on the right foot as well, especially as the two teams really went back and forth. 11 shots on target, 7 saves for Aspyre. Certainly made themselves invaluable that game defensively.
Yeah, it certainly did. And I mean, you look at the shot total for Aspyre, they have 5 shots on net. Only one of them needed to be saved. So again, the quantity versus quality argument, IR8 technically had both last game. But when you're putting, 5 shots on and only 1 needs to be saved and 2 hit the back of the net, you got to find some ways to get those close. We saw some open net opportunities that kind of went awry as well. So Aspyre has some stuff that they can clean up to definitely bring this back in game number 2. But the possession and the boost game of IR8 Esports, how they were just able to dominate the resources, basically, really led them and propelled them to this win.
You know, I will say that, there's a reason why Swiss is a lot of people's favorite ways to have any sort of tournament flesh itself out. And that's because as you get to the middle of any Swiss, you really start to get teams that are very, very well balanced versus each other. And you start to see some very, very interesting matchups come to light. You get a lot of opportunities to see what different teams can do. The matches get significantly better. And as we move on into game number 2, we got Trix, Luigi, and Benji. Cheese coming in as the substitute on the other side. And that initial kickoff there for Aspyre will not result in a goal.
Yeah, and Shadowflay going to be getting it just absolutely bullied in the side. Cheese going to get this one to the center. Here's Opbomb going to keep it at least in the blue third, as that's a rocket on net. And unfortunately touched by an IR8 defender, but that is definitely a forced own goal. Strong shot coming up from Shadowflay, able to get Aspyre on the board early.
Hey, that's what you got to do. I mean, if you don't get that kickoff goal that they had the opportunity for, and you get that extra opportunity, you cannot squander it, and that's exactly what they did not do. Benji wins that kickoff. Very awkward read here now for Shadowflame, but no one really coming up to challenge them whatsoever on it. So Opbomb will have an opportunity. Back to Shadow. Back to the back wall. Trix booms it out towards midfield. Benji versus Cheese. It's Benji who wins the 50. Luigi chasing from behind. Opbomb is able to take over. They'll beat Trix as well. The net is open. Will they get there in time? It's 50 with Luigi, and it's played by Benji off their own back wall. A huge save there.
It was a massive 50-50, and Cheese right here, a little mechanical, nice little power slide,
Woo!
but he's playing it back to the corner, and everybody on the roster of Aspyre is going to get absolutely dusted. This is literally all Aspyre could do with this, however. So one gets demoed. All that space is free in the backboard. He's just trying to retain control, not able to bring it through, and it's going to be a tied game at 1-1.
I mean, really, she's just doing the best that they can with what they had. It was awkward from the start. They were just hoping for a solid clear. Unfortunately, the reads on the other side here for IR8 are just too good for that to work against. We're back tied up 1-1. 4 minutes to go. A boom here from Opbomb. Benji, the only one up. Looking for Tricks on the redirect. Shadow knows it. Cuts that one off. Benji is right there. They're looking for the top shelf. Opbomb off their own backboard. Back to Cheese. All three players here for Aspyre. Back on defense, pinned a little bit now. It drops down to Trix, a bang on target, and Cheese with a big save.
Yep, and Opbomb chasing this one down, going to get beat out by Luigi as Benji looking for that nice little redirect, not able to find it. However, Shadowflake gets a nice 50 to play this out and downfield. Opbomb going to continue this one, but it's going to be right in the waiting arms of Trix. Bit of a double commit on offense once again by Aspyre, but they have an opportunity to drop this in. It's going to be off Shadowflake, over to Cheese, not able to find it though. Opbomb, last back in rotation, going to be a bit awkward. Luigi looking for the control on this one. Still has the air dribble, gets it all the way through. It's basically down 3/4 of the pitch, the control in the air. That first touch was beautiful by Luigi.
You know, we've seen a couple plays like this all evening where one player is just able to carry that ball end to end, and the challenge just comes a little bit too late, and phenomenal control from Luigi leads to a second goal. But we know Aspyre can answer whenever they need to. Here's a great passing play to Shadowflay. Can they get the double tap read? Benji will come to clear that one out. Luigi's redirect well wide of the target. Cheese is there, and Aspyre now looking to build up that answer opportunity. They got to find one here relatively quickly. You don't want to play behind for too long. A couple demos may help. Benji all alone on the back wall, and just barely gets this one out to midfield. Solid passing play as well to collectively get that one out.
And the bumps working out again in IR8 Esports' favor, and they're going to get a goal from it. Mamma mia, Luigi coming flying out of nowhere, able to get this goal. The ball just lingering in front of the box, and you can't let it sit there for that long. Shadowflay is so close to making that read, but just can't.
I mean, they float themselves in front of the ball. It's the best really opportunity that they have, is just hope that the shooter hits that ball directly into them. Unfortunately, it does not work that way. Tricks off the backboard here on this kickoff. Here comes Benji looking for another goal, and a real quick 1-2 punch from IR8 Esports.
They're bringing it back, and they're trying to assert their dominance on this game. Cheese makes a great touch there, but Shadowflay getting demoed, just coming back, and Cheese is in an awkward position after having to try to recover on the back wall. After their first touch, it's basically impossible to try to cover all options, and it made an easy shot and an easy job for IR8 Esports as this one is kicked off, and at least in the willing arms of Aspyre right now, as a little pinch is going to come out to the side, and a huge pinch 50-50 is going to come out, but Cheese luckily going to be able to play this one downfield. Opbomb chasing it down with no boost, going to get beat up by Trix as Shadowflay gets a high touch up. Who's going to be first to this ball? It's going to be Shadow again, but nobody in position to get a shot on net, unfortunately, right now for Aspyre, as this ball just lingers in front of the box in the corner. Not in a dangerous position just yet as Trix finally able to get it clear.
I mean, a little bit of that play, I won't lie, was a bit sloppy. Great redirect here. Opbomb will clear that one out, but honestly, the offense did not look very solid. The defense didn't look very solid either. But hey, it worked out for them. You take what you can get. I mean, not everything in Rocket League is always going to be pretty and clippable. We just take what we have when those options come. Shadow's going to make a turn at midfield. Trix will dribble this one into their own corner. A double commit on the side wall. It's going to be a 2-versus-1 situation. Cheese's touch goes straight up. This is not a good situation to be in. Luigi off the ceiling finds Trix, knocks it back to Benji, and right now this IR8 Esports team looking like they're just having a ton of fun on the pitch. The passing play comes out. Luigi's ready, slots the hat trick.
That is a beautiful pass by Trix, realizing the space that's given up by Opbomb there as he comes out to challenge the ball. Has to try to play the ball and the pass at the same time, and you can't be two places at once tripping, and IR8 Esports is there to completely take advantage of it. They look like they have settled in nicely so far, out shooting Aspyre once again 8-4.
That's a pretty significant margin on the shot line when you take a look at it. You know, as many times as we have seen stats that make a huge difference, they don't always tell the whole story. As Opbomb, a very aggressive back pass, is directly at their net, but luckily a teammate is there as well. Now Shadow looks for the pass to Opbomb, looking for the passing play, and it's going to work out in their favor as Opbomb gets just enough juice behind that shot to score the second goal here for Aspyre Entertainment. And if the passing plays are going to work for IR8, Aspyre says, we'll do it too.
I certainly will. It's a great pass to the midfield, catching IR8 on their back foot a little bit. Not a lot of boost. Too many players retreating. It's a 2v1 situation. Those are very difficult to win at this level of Rocket League. So we're going to see this come out right now as Opbomb is off the ceiling. Looking to get the touchdown. Oh my, Opbomb. That is so close. Unfortunately, the woodwork saves that one out, and IR8 kind of gets away with one as Aspyre starts to build up some momentum here. As Cheese up on this one, looking for the flip reset, gets it. Pops it over one. Benji able to make the read, but the ball's still going to be dangerously in the corners. Trix gets bumped off of it. Able to beat out two, and Cheese gonna get this down just a slight bit. Opbomb looking for bumps, not gonna find it. A shadow play, just being a nuisance over in the corner. It's kind of just a chase down, kind of ball chasing right now, but it seems to be working as Cheese up early. Gonna pass it over. Opbomb looking for the redirect, finds it, gonna be slightly off target. Luigi gets credited with the save.
I don't really have an issue with the ball chasing kind of play that we're seeing from Aspyre Entertainment right now, because we know that that's what IR8 kind of likes to do. They are a very, very fast team, very aggressive offensively, and sometimes the way to beat them is to ball chase. I mean, it's not necessarily the best way to play, but sometimes you have to take aggression. You have to fight fire with fire. It obviously didn't work quite towards the end of that game. They weren't able to get anything going. It was kind of their best look, though, and truthfully, that game really felt like the tale of two halves, but the two halves didn't all come at the same time. There was a small section of that game where Aspyre looked great, sections of that game where IR8 looked great, but Aspyre, ultimately, the losing end of that one, despite 11 shots on target, only find the net twice.
Yeah, this time at least they did a better job of getting them on net, right? 6 saves had to be made by IR8. So, you know, improvement was coming out. They definitely looked a lot better in that last minute of the game as well as far as holding pressure goes. But IR8 Esports, enough can't be said. You got 5 goals. You took 8 shots. That's what, 62.5% shooting at this level of Rocket League. Like, most teams are satisfied shooting 30%, you know, shooting 28% at times. These guys are shooting 62% right now, so they're getting the quality looks. They're able to find the back of the net. It's been working out extremely well for them, even through, like we just saw in the replay, the Aspyre double demo, and literally Benji's alone is able to beat out the 3 defenders. Like, they're just so solid in rotation right now. They're trusting each other, and it shows.
I think that's really what this is coming down to, is that no matter how much Aspyre gets those demo plays in, no matter how many people they eliminate from the pitch, unless they get the triple demo, there's going to be an IR8 Esports player who's ready to make a save. So you got to find a way to get those even higher quality shots than you are already getting, because just a simple demo is not going to cut it at this point. We'll move on into match point as game number 3, IR8 Esports with the 2-game advantage.
We're going to see if they can complete the sweep here. Is Luigi going to play that over to the corner? Cheese going to beat out one. Gets the wave dash, starts chasing this down. A little wall dash as well coming out there. Not the best touch from Benji, but they are going to be able to get back down to this massive pinch to flip the field right here. Shadow Flay gets a touch. Probably not the first one he was looking for. Beat out by Luigi. It's going to go off of the post. Shot coming in. Opbomb able to clear it out. Great job by Opbomb to just get that one away. Trying to take that 50, but Luigi going to beat them out. Luigi beats out a second as well as Benji clears this back downfield. Looked like a decent chance was coming for Aspyre. Unfortunately, doesn't amount to anything.
Well, this one could be the chance that they need, however, as Opbomb will take it up the left-hand wall. They'll get 15. Luigi does not really get a great touch, but does find themselves in solid position to make a save and make a phenomenal clear as well. Potentially a pass to Benji for a shot on target. Shadow Flay will jump up and get in front. Here comes Cheese now. 1v2, gets a dunk on Trix, but Luigi will be able to catch. Shadow Flay right behind them. They come into the corner. Benji, the one to grab 100 boosts. A huge whiff there offensively from the Aspyre. And now it's Benji versus Shadow Flay on the double tap opportunity. Shadow with the save.
Shadow's been doing a good job on defense so far for certain. As Opbomb going to play that over to his corner, try to chase it down himself. Might get another touch here. Gets absolutely mollywopped by Benji as this one is up right now. Shadowflay at least able to get that one over to the side. Here's Tricks able to continue the pressure, but Cheese ready for it on that corner wall as Opbomb going to cut this one off. Good continuation downfield. Cheese already up off of the backboard. Third committed right now for Aspyre, and this is looking like an open net, but she's finally able to get back in time as Luigi takes a glancing blow around one. Going to be centered once again. Benji trying to cut this off, is going to be able to beat out Shadowplay, but Cheese does a great job of getting this down the pitch, looking for the dunk, and it's just going to be played down the middle, and it's a little bit of discombobulation as Opbomb has to play this off his own backboard just to have a chance to get that ball clear and away from IR8 Esports.
Oh, Benji with a little bit of an air carry there ends up pinching it off the net, off the backboard. I'm sorry. I think kind of what I'm seeing a little bit of right now from Aspyre that's making me a little bit nervous is a lot of very talented mechanical players who are not really finding the game sense that's needed to take down a team like IR8. It's not necessarily that there's, you know, any like ball chasing or anything too crazy. It's just, oh, let's use every mechanic under the sun all the time because we can. We have the ability to do it. I like to see them clean up that gameplay just a little bit more cohesion on offense would be great as Trix comes in and makes yet another save. We're at halftime, still tied up 0-0. Pressure is all on Aspyre Entertainment right now, though.
Yeah, it certainly is. They have to get a goal here. They are on match point as this one's going to go downfield. The demos are starting to come in heavy for Aspyre as well. I think I've seen 4 in about the last minute as this 50 does not go in the favor of Shadowplay as Cheese on the back wall for this one. Going to get a nice strong clear. It's going to be up to Trix clearing this out. Looking for Luigi. Going to get dunked by Shadowplay, however. Excuse me, had to cough there as Opbomb not able to make the read. She's coming off to the side. We're going to see Luigi already pre-jumping this one, gets a touch straight down, might fall on it. A little bit of miscommunication. The double commit going to come out. Trix at least able to get a touch to delay the pressure, and that's something that IR8 Esports has done so well so far. As that is a nice redirect on net, but Opbomb is able to get it away. IR8 has done such a great job of just making 50s, stalling out the pace of play and allowing their teammates to get back on defense, but that double commit is not going to help them, Trippin.
It's the first misplay that we've seen from IR8 Esports this game, and Aspyre capitalizes on it immediately. Benji and Trix both go up and neutralize each other. The ball falls straight down in front of the net. It's cleaned up by Aspyre Entertainment's Cheese, who has now given them a 1-0 lead with 90 seconds left to go. I think, though, this kickoff reset probably does help IR8 more than it helps Aspyre. They bring this one back into their own half, and IR8 certainly, with the performance in game number 2, is a team that is not really too concerned just chasing one goal.
No, they're certainly not. They had 4 in the last game on 62% shooting. It's a great touch by Luigi to get this one up. Shadowflay playing this strong off of the back wall. It's actually going to be a shot on net, going to be cleared out by Trix. Shadowflay just being a nuisance, a little bit more ball chasing coming in once again. Trix extremely awkward, going to get dunked out by Opbomb, driving backwards. There is not much that Trix can do right there, and Aspyre gets another one on the board, gets themselves a little cushion.
Trix, it's just painful to have to watch that one back if you're Trix, because you know there's almost nothing that you can do when you're just hoping that the other team manages to throw away the opportunity. Aspyre does not throw away that opportunity. Now they've got the 2-goal lead. Under 60 seconds to go. Their backs up against the wall, looking for a third one right here as Cheese has a double. Does not find the net. Opbomb will play this one to the back wall. They're going to get a dunk there as well on Benji, but it will not be enough to dispossess them completely. Cheese will come in. They'll make the 50. There's a bomb. It's going to be Cheese. That one is wide of the net. We're approaching the 30-second mark to go here, Visionary, in game number 3. IR8 Esports looking for the sweep, but not looking like they're going to find it.
No, not if those demos keep coming out as well, just kind of disrupting the rotation. This is a good touch by Luigi, but unfortunately not enough boost to get that one in the air. Has to just play it downfield, and it's going to go right back to Shadowplay once again. Takes their time, takes the dribble, just burning clock down right now. 10 seconds left. This ball is still just sitting in the IR8 Esports half, and there's nothing they can do to get this one out. Finally, Benji gets it clear. Probably too little too late as this is in the midfield. 1 second left. Opbomb is going to get dunked, but the game is over and done. You cannot score a 2-pointer, basically, a 2-goaler, I guess, if we're talking in theoreticals. And it's going to go to Aspyre. You know, they come back. They were on match point. They look extremely dominant in this game. They finally outshoot. Or, I mean, they finally outshoot IR8 Esports once again, but this time more quality opportunities, a lot more possession, and a lot more demos, kind of allowing them just to go through and get better looks than they were seeing previously in this series.
Yeah, it's a very good answer game from Aspyre to get not only a win, but a shutout. And finally, as you have been harping on for so long, Visionary, to get more quality opportunities. Yeah, they took 9 shots. 4 of them were saved. 2 of them go. There's 3 of them that are off target. Maybe some of those were passes. I mean, the other highlight, though, to make here for Aspyre, both those goals are assisted, and that is huge. We already have seen what IR8 is able to do in a passing play sort of method, and Aspyre, I think, if they're able to clean up those transitions and get those passing plays start working for them as well, that will make them even more dangerous at this point. And an Aspyre team that's even more dangerous could be talking about a Game 5, but we got to get through Game 4 first.
We certainly do. In Game 4, it's going to be up to IR8 to kind of make those adjustments that are necessary, right? We saw them kind of controlling the pace of play. Even though they were being outshot, they were able to just kind of take defense, play a counterattacking style. That did not work at all last game. So what is IR8 going to do to come out here and take Game 4 and not let this get to Game 5? Because if Aspyre continues this momentum, I think they might be able to potentially take said Game 5.
Yeah, I'd like to see IR8 just get this score in early, and Benji doesn't find it. Trix doesn't find it either. Will Luigi find it? No, they won't. Will Benji find it this time? No! It's a great save from Shadowflame, but Luigi will come in and clean that one up. And exactly the same sort of thing that happened in game number 3 here comes out at the beginning of game number 4, just on the opposite side. They don't get the kickoff goal, but they do manage to clean it up on the opposite end. An early lead for IR8 Esports.
I have to give a shout out there too to Shadowflame. That was a Herculean effort, and they're
great.
just it was a phenomenal save, and unfortunately just not able to get that. I think Trix has a flip here, but they're going to be beat up by Cheese. As Shadowflame just kind of comes out of nowhere with Cheese kind of faking like they still have the possession. Nice little play to at least get it into the corner, but that is going to be rocketed up. 2 are up for IR8 Esports, and this is something that it's just to keep an eye on, Trippin, because we did see their defense get a little bit more scrambly earlier in the last game, a little bit more double commits we were seeing on the defensive end. If that continues happening, it could be a win condition essentially for Aspyre to continue discombobulating that defense.
It's going to be up bomb to the right-hand side. Will they get a dunk on Trix? No. Luigi will leak this one out. Getting on the other opposite side of the ball. There's a big demo into the net. It's not going to matter because it's off target until Benji will come in and clean that one up. A big answer here for IR8 Esports. There's an opportunity there for Aspyre. They lost at a huge demo and just kind of getting beat at their own game by IR8.
Yeah, they certainly were. That play literally looked like a halfback draw, just up the gut, put the fullback as the lead blocker and let them do work. And do work they did, clearing out the net and allowing that shot to come in. But Opbomb has an opportunity here. No ceiling touch, and Trix is going to be able to take it off the top of the hood. And Cheese in a precarious position here, gets faked, but Shadowflame dives out of nowhere to be able to get that one away. A bit of a misflip right there from IR8 Esports as well. Going to get this one at least on net, but Benji already looking for that counterattack. Trix able to push this one downfield. We're seeing Shadowflame coming up, beating one out, but the backside demo gonna open up some more space, gonna allow Shadowflame to be in an awkward position again. Cheese taking a backside demo, kind of out of position that you would consider in a regular defensive rotation. It doesn't seem to matter though, because the ball is headed the other way.
You know, I don't really think any of this game is what I would call regular. I mean, it's looked a little bit odd, to say the very least, but you know, it's exciting and it's working and there's a lot of fun things going on, so I don't know that I really care that it's not the right way or a normal thing. So there's a passing play for Cheese, who fakes it perfectly, and Shadowflame continues their reign of terror for Aspyre Esports. This time it's not a defensive option, it's offensive.
The floater, just the absolute menace that is the floater, looking like Rajon Rondo out there. Great play. Love to see that. I mean, it's one of those things where, like, sometimes, you know, you just have the defense a little bit jumbled. I already mentioned that with IR8. Their defensive positioning wasn't as strong as it was in games 1 and 2. And especially when they're getting removed from the pitch and that demo game continues to be worked on by Aspyre, they can get more openings as Trix tries to put this one on net. They're not going to find it through Shadowflame's Cheese. Beats out another, gonna fall on this one, catch it as well, slow down the play. Opbomb is gonna be there as well. It's gonna be a little bit of a double commit, but we have Luigi over here on the side. The passing option completely cut off by Cheese. And I really like what Cheese has been doing so far. Not really lighting up the scoreboard yet, but does have an assist, and they have been very solid in the midfield, just kind of shutting down these IR8 passing lanes.
It's gonna be Opbomb into the corner as Aspyre tries to get this ball out of their own half. Speaking of half, we are at halftime in this game as well. Of course, halftime here in the IGL Invitational, sponsored by League OS, who has made this beautiful overlay system that you currently see. It's up bomb across the net. It'll be 50'd out by Luigi. They'll take this one off the backboard. Out towards midfield now, trying to beat Shadow with no boost to work with. They'll get bumped off. Doesn't matter because Benji's right there. Bounce out to midfield. Here's going to be Tricks on target. Cheese, a huge save. Luigi will bounce it back the other way. Shadow will bop it out to midfield.
And it's going to be Benji almost immediately, though, who gets this touch. Cheese over the top of one, and Luigi at least gets this off to the side. Still, a big whiff right there. Going to leave Ipbon in a precarious position, able to get that one away, but gets demoed for their effort. Tricks immediately turns, searching down the demo. There's demos everywhere right now. A double demo happening on the backside of the play as well. Luigi beats out one, going to leave Shadowflay alone. Not a lot of boost, just picking up the pennies around the net, able to get it away, but Benji immediately has the answer. Shadowflay plays this into the corner, loses the boost battle as well as Benji takes this down, has 100 to their name. Luigi going to clear this back to the blue half. We're starting to see IR8 Esports kind of put the clamps down. Really like what I'm seeing from them offensively right now.
Well, they still got a minute and 10 seconds to hold on or to extend this 2-1 lead. Luigi will drop down to an open net. Tricks looks for a redirect just to try to get the clip there, but it's Luigi who will end up securing that goal. Shadow comes right down to midfield. Up bomb and Cheese pushed up pretty far on that one. Kind of just, you really gotta just throw everything you have at these opportunities, Visionary. I can't really blame them for being that out of position. You gotta play as fast as humanly possible at this point. Now 60 seconds left to go and down by 2.
Yeah, it's a great dunk by Opbomb to kind of get started there. Great touch by Cheese as well. Looking for the air dribble bump, not able to find it as Luigi gets another clear out. Benji gonna take the dribble here. Here's Cheese cutting that one off. Not a lot of boost to their name, taking another 50-50. Here's Opbomb taking over for Cheese, trying to get this one on net. It's going to be a good save by Tricks. And again, the offensive Aspyre is pouring on, but the opportunities are not too strong yet. You see 2 on the rotation there in defense, waiting alongside the net, just waiting for it, knowing they have a 2-goal cushion, not having to push too far as Cheese gets this out to Shadowflay. But right now, just no offense to be found for Aspyre.
No, it's been tough sledding for them. As soon as you mentioned that IR8 put down the clamps, it has not really been anything fruitful on the other side. Here's a big bump by Upbomb. Shadowflay throw it off the backboard. Cheese is not there. Upbomb is, and that one is going to be saved by a combination of the crossbar and a player for IR8 Esports. The one opportunity that was available for this one to maybe get a little bit closer is thwarted. Luigi ends up with a booming goal that completes the hat trick off the side wall. And that is gonna do it in this series. IR8 Esports is gonna take a 3-1 victory over Aspyre Entertainment.
That is going to be wraps for this one. And I really like what I saw out of IR8. Of course, last week they came out, kind of put on a show, and they're kind of back at it again, right? They are now even at 500, 3-3. There's a bunch of teams that are sitting there right now. Definitely love to see what's going on with that. Luigi had themselves a game, though. You're going to see the stats pull up. 734 points. And got the cycle to go with it. Phenomenal job by Luigi. Obviously, there's a lot of chemistry on IR8 Esports. They're starting to kind of put together a winning resume. And right now, being at 500 is pretty big for the Swiss stage.
Yeah, it's a really good spot to be as we look again towards that second half and to advance yourselves into that next step and get Aspyre down a little bit below you. They will come in now at 2-4 and join one of the teams that we saw earlier in RBG Claw in that 2-4 area. Overall, I mean, I don't know that Aspyre really ever had too much of an opportunity to really get back into that game. Obviously, the game they won was pretty solid. That final game was okay for most of it, but they looked a little scrambly. They looked a little panicky, and I certainly... I'd be a little bit, concerned for them about that. This is probably one of those games you really want to go and you want to take an opportunity to look at the replays and figure out what you're able to do with them. And we will welcome Tricks to the booth as well. Tricks, my friend, congratulations on the big win there. And as badly as you tried to steal a couple of those goals from Luigi, they ended up popping off in that series. Let's hear about it.
Yeah, it was a good series. I know he kept telling me to leave the ball because he wanted to get as many points as possible, but it is what it is.
I mean, he ended up with 781, so I mean, I guess yeah, at a point, getting those 1K games are they're definitely feels goods, man. So I mean, coming into it, obviously Aspyre coming out very demo heavy, very aggressive. Did y'all kind of have a game plan in place? Did y'all have anything that y'all saw in them previously, or was this just kind of flying blind in this series and kind of just playing your game and kind of figuring it out as it went?
No, it was definitely we just went as we went. We haven't Clamps is actually our main third, so Benji, we haven't played with him very much, but
I mean, did you feel like you were kind of hampered by having Benji with that sub in, or is Benji kind of like the super sub where as soon as they step into the lineup, like it doesn't really matter all that much, it's just maybe a little different?
no, he's definitely a super sub. He's very good, so we weren't worried about it, but
Yeah, for sure. We
No
definitely
game
saw.
plan.
Oh yeah, there doesn't have to be one when you're playing clean Rocket League like that. Y'all's defense was astounding, especially in the first couple games of the series. Y'all looked extremely strong on defense, kind of thwarting, you know, the slightly off target or the lesser chances, even though those demos and those bumps were kind of pouring down on you guys. Your rotation was stellar, even with the sub. So we know that communication is there. I just want to commend you guys on doing a great job, especially defensively through this series.
appreciate it.
Well, that was Trix from IR8 Esports, who came in and absolutely locked down that 3-1 victory over Aspyre Entertainment. That will again move them on to 3-3. Trix, thank you very much for joining us. Any parting words before you are out for the evening?
No, thank you guys.
All right, a man of few words but many goal steals. Trix from IR8 Esports. Our second series of the night now out of the way, Visionary One. We have one more left to go. Another close series on our hands. Team Ignis going to be taking on Circuitry Gaming in just a little bit. Any precursors to that matchup that are really getting you excited? I know how much you've been wanting to see that Circuitry Gaming back on screen.
Yeah, I mean, we've had the opportunity to cast them in Day 1 RLCS once or twice in some matchups. I know obviously this is a slightly different squad, but just bringing that name behind it is definitely huge. They're 2-3 right now. We're going to see what they can do. I mean, it's definitely not a position that they currently want to be in. So we're going to see if they can kind of bring themselves out of that funk the same way we just saw with 2-2 and 3 teams going at it before.
And on the opposite side, Team Ignis will look to move to 4-2. But we've got to take a break first to give those teams an opportunity kind of to catch up to where the stream is at. So we'll be back in just a little bit here for the Summer Circuit 2022 Indy Gaming League Invitational. As many words as I can put into a break possible is what we're getting here. Trippin and Viz will be back in just a couple minutes.